Yo, so today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make angelic melodies for someone like iann, dior, the Kid Leroy, kenji, basically anybody that does these kind of melodic, emotional songs. Alright, yeah, so to start off with, we're going to be using the LA Custom C7 Studio piano. I like this one a lot, it sounds pretty cool. And then we're just going to go ahead and lay out a pretty simple pattern. Alright, yeah, so this is going to be pretty much the base of the pattern. Really the variation in this melody is going to be, instead of these notes changing in the second half, as you saw, I went with the velocity change instead of like the note change, so it's a double hit. So now I think I want to go up and just add some chords that are really heavily strummed at the top. I think that always sounds really cool with these kind of melodies and kind of gives some guidance for other melodies, I guess. I don't really know what to call it. So just go something like that and just have that be a repetitive. And then this one goes up and then down. And then just have these super low and then hit it with the Alt S to strum. Do it pretty like intensely. That's nice. And then we can go ahead and drag that over. Match it up to the same point. Invert some of these so the chords sound a little bit different. So maybe the top ones, put them down. Yeah, so I'm just going to put these top notes that I inverted down in an octave. Yeah. And then lower the velocities a little bit just because it sounds a little bit weird. And then just lower these as a whole just a little bit more and make it super duper subtle. And then go ahead, transpose this, find a different pitch. Yeah, so we're going to end up at B flat. Yeah, B flat major. And And then we're just going to route this to the mixer, add some quick effects just to get kind of the feeling started. Sorry you guys can't see the drop down because it's off to the side, because I'm back in 1080p because I did not like the way 1440 looked. It's just too small to view on the phone because like a lot of people watch YouTube on phones instead of like desktops, but it was just a little bit too small. But I'm just going to go ahead and add tape cassette 2 and reverb. Then we're going to go ahead, throw low cut on it, of course, and then an imager. And actually turn down the tape cassette 2 just a little bit. It's a little bit overdone. Like when I added the imager, it kind of boosts the volume a little bit, I think. I'm not really sure. But you could kind of hear the wobbles a little bit too much, so I just turned it down from 10% to 6. Yeah, so now it's just like a nice little effect on there. So now we have that bass pattern done. I have an idea for what I want to do for the rest of this melody. I want to go ahead and have 2 separate sections of background. So one of them I wanted to be like a synth ARP for like a more bouncy part, and then for the more laid back parts, I want to throw in a string. So I'm just going to grab the string first. I'm going to go into BBC Symphony Orchestra. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, grab violin. Maybe, nah, I'm just going to keep it at long. That tremolo is really nice for like accents in ethnic melodies. So I'm just going to go ahead, copy the basic pattern, and we're just going to dumb it down. So first start off taking out the top chord, see how it sounds now. And then I think I just want to go through and kind of remove some of these bounce notes that don't really make sense, and then lengthen everything so there's not all of these like weird cutoff parts. That just kind of has like a nice closure to it, I guess. But then we can go ahead, route this to 6, listen to it with the piano. Yeah, so that F has to go. That just stands out too much for this to be like a background sound. So maybe keep it there, but cut it off halfway. And then, or we could do this, pull that up. Yes, that's nice. And then we can go ahead and grab an ARP, probably from Omnisphere. It's like the only good plugin I have that has like stock ARPs in it. Like Serum's a little weird with ARPs, like you can make them, but they're kind of hard to use. Like I haven't really played around with them that much, so I don't really know how to explain it. Alright, so we're going to use the Homecoming Cascade. I highly recommend actually rating your Omnisphere sounds that you use regularly. Just makes them easier to find. Now we can go ahead and listen to this with an ARP in the background. Alright, so that sounds nice, but I'm going to go ahead and render this out because there's just some things that I must do. Put that on 1, and then we're going to go add some magic switch. Take out those lows. So now I'm going to drag this in. This will get routed to 7 on the mixer. Then we're going to go ahead and do that same effect. I've done it so many times after that piano video. We're going to go ahead, throw finisher micro on this, turn it up more than you want, so like above halfway, create an automation clip, and then go over, grab pretty low filter, and then automation on the cut knob. Go in here and just play around, and yeah. So I think I want to like focus on the filter being like where the chord changes are, so maybe doing something, chord changes there. Maybe having it sweep like that, come up here, stay up, maybe, tough decision, maybe go like that, and then just go ahead and do this same effect with finisher micro. And then go ahead, grab a bass, probably just a Musk sub bass because it's easy, it works. Alright, yeah, so that's all like the foundational sounds. So now I'm gonna go ahead and find some kind of guitar one shot. Like this one. That last one will be a slide note. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Go duplicate that over, make some very minor changes in this half. We put this up here. And then last thing before we listen to this, you got to turn on hold. But for one shots, you kind of want to do something like this, so there is a little bit of a tail, so it sounds more natural than just being straight cut off. Ooh, so that's a nice little accent melody. And then I think I want to get another gated background sound that kind of fits in, but I don't really know what to use, so I think I'm going to go in Serum, and I have a pad in mind that I want to use. So I'm going to use this star pad from Titan XO Benny kit. Turn off the noise, and then go ahead, put this up here. Again, just trying to stay organized, and then copy these here notes. Go ahead, put this on 2, and then go put time, I think. I think that might sound cool. Yep, and then an EQ. And then gross beat. And then just a touch of reverb off after the gross beat, so those chops aren't too choppy. And then for the last sound, I'm gonna go into Omnisphere again, and then grab the chime box bell, I think it's called. Yeah, and then for this bell, I usually like to turn off the A section and just stay with the B. Just a nice, simple pattern. This goes up to F, was it? Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much it for all of the melodies in this. I might do some like extra little stuff with the mixing, but that's it for now. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this and then let you know what I do in a second. Alright, so for the mixing, very simple. I already showed it the piano. Just put chorus and low cut imager on the strings. On the ARP, did this little cut because there was harsh frequencies there. Then low cut and then pancake. On this, reverb chorus delay on the ping pong, and then on the gated like vocal pad sort of thing, ambience, then pancake. On the bell, nothing, and then on the bass, pretty fast distort, and then this EQ to get rid of some of the distortion, but still have a little bit of it, and then boost the bass just a little. So now we can go ahead and do the arrangement. So we can just split by channel, and then grab this stuff. Go ahead, go like that. And then just kind of speed through this to save time. And then we're just going to add ambience and then automate it. Very gentle automation, not as extreme as I would normally do. So like keep it real low, but then make this little extreme. So yeah, now we can go ahead, lay out the stems, and then render it out, and then we can start on the drums. Alright, so now that we have that all rendered out nice, we can go ahead and solo the final thing, normalize it. I always just put the volume to here, because it always sounds decent. And then go ahead, turn off the ambience. And then go ahead, find a different pitch. So I think I might want to go up one. I'm not completely sure what I want. Yeah, so up one sounds good, so I believe we're in B major now. Yeah. So we can go ahead, select all this, save it, and then do the drums. Alright, yeah, so that's pretty much it for the video. Hopefully you guys learned something. I think the drums were not very good, but the melody was decent, probably a C+. But yeah, I think you'll be able to learn something from it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Here's the final beat.